What's up, X Factor? Just wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on. We know obviously we got a lot of people that are practicing social distancing, and we completely appreciate that. We want to make sure that you members are being taken care of. So we've been discussing over the last 24 hours how to best help you, and the more we've discussed it, we've become more excited about the program. I feel like this is a good opportunity for us to learn some lifelong habits that we're always going to need to work out at home at times, or on vacations, or if we're like Matt Whitman, who can take 6 months off and spend his time in paradise, maybe this is some things that he can use as well. With that said, we also have some people that have zero choice of coming out and training. Our intention was to stay with the state. That's what we've been doing all along. We continue to oblige by the state and local officials' recommendations. However, there's something that was unsettling to me, is that if we were going to have some remote programming going on, me personally, and I know Jamal feels this way as well, is that we're not going to feel appropriate going into the gym and doing a different workout when asking you guys to do something different. And we do believe this is a great opportunity, and we're going to be, all of us trainers at X Factor, going to be doing this stuff right next to you guys. So we are going to be closing the gym down starting Friday night. Friday night's going to be the last classes. So over the next 2 days, we're going to allow you guys to come in and get some equipment rentals. So everybody's going to get one kettlebell or dumbbell, so you're going to get one of those, and we'll discuss how you're going to pick your weights with your coach when you show up tomorrow or Friday. You're going to get one medicine ball that we'll use. Again, we'll talk about the weights then. You're going to get one PVC pipe. Some things that we would recommend, since we're, it's going to be closed at least for 2 weeks till April 1st, we would recommend, and some of you guys I know already have all this stuff, so it's kind of why we got it up there. We're going to use a jump rope. We're going to use a band. So the bands, we've got the Monster Minis. It's a real thin orange one, or the red one, the micro, the red band. If you can do 5 strict pull-ups or push-ups, I would say grab the red band. If you're going to be doing, if you can't do that, then orange band's probably appropriate for you. Got a lacrosse ball. We're going to be diving into some tissue mobility and just kind of opening up ranges of motion. And then maybe if you got a mat, if you need that for the hardwood floor. So just kind of get that stuff squared away. It's always good stuff you can travel with anyway. Again, you can take that on vacation with you and have all sorts of workouts, and you guys can save these ones that we're going to be posting for you. Just quickly talk about why this remote programming is valuable, is looking at the 10 general physical skills. So this is something from a CrossFit methodology standpoint. When we're programming at the affiliate level at X Factor, we're trying to increase all of these. So we want to get better cardiorespiratory endurance, stamina, strength, flexibility, speed, all of it. And we don't bias one over the other. So obviously now with some not having the full gym to access, we are going to be limited in some ways, but those limitations also provide us with opportunities to improve areas where we maybe don't have the adaptations necessary. So for remote programming, we're really going to be able to dive into cardiorespiratory endurance. So especially you guys want to start getting some runs in. We're going to have some track days. We'll talk about some more of the format a little bit later. Stamina, this is going to be a great one you can work on. Strength's going to be difficult because obviously we're not going to have those barbells to really be able to work on that, but there is different ways to look at strength. Obviously moving better and getting better with our body weight is an important part of strength as well. Flexibility is probably hard. There's very few people in the gym that I know can't afford to get better at that. And then the last one we're going to dive into is really these ones, these neurological. We're going to spend some time working on some skill work. So we'll talk in kind of detail where we're going to use that. So these remote programming, again, are going to provide us some opportunities to work on some of these areas and get better at them. So the way it's going to work, here's kind of our class format. We're going to have some Zoom classes. We're going to check it out. We've seen some affiliates using it and having some success. So some of you guys, I'm sure, are just ready to see some people's faces and somebody from outside of your house. So you can run that through your phone, your iPad, your iPhone. We'll have more details on that coming out soon. We're also going to have the workout posted to SugarWOD. So we're going to set up a separate track from our regular programming. It'll be a remote programming track. We'll have that set up for you guys so you guys can track your results there. And then we're going to have a lot of video the night before every night with all the movements that are going to go through. So the classes are going to be a full 60-minute class for those of you that want to do it. So we'll set you up in this format. It's going to have a warm-up. So with the warm-up, we're going to be working on range of motion stuff. We're going to be working on functional bodybuilding. Not a huge fan of that term, but it tends to kind of represent what people tend to understand. So really just opening up joints, opening up tissues. After that, you're going to get into some skill work. So here we're going to improve some mechanics. So if we take flexibility and we add the neurological adaptations with that, we can create some stability in our movements. So things like overhead squats, front squats, squat therapy, SOTS presses with PVC pipes, single arm overhead squats. We'll be using a lot of tempos during this time, so we can really think about how these movements should be, which is going to, again, improve neurological adaptations. And all of this here, this flexibility, this neurological adaptation, that's really going to help prevent some of the chronic overuse injuries that we can see at shoulders, hips. So if you suffer from some of these things and you feel like these things are helping you, these are things you should probably start implementing into your individualized style of programming. So during the skill, we're going to be really focusing on that stuff, improved mechanics and stability. So that's where PVC pipe, I've been fortunate to be on headquarters where we use that thing and practice a lot. It sucks. There's a way to work really hard with those things, and that refinement to movements means when you come back in your training, you're just going to be moving that much better. The workout of the day, the WOD, that'll obviously be, we're starting to develop some of these cardiorespiratory endurance and stamina. Strength to a component, obviously we're going to be doing some gymnastic stuff, so you'll have that opportunity. And in the post, we're going to take another opportunity to teach you guys how to manage some of your overuse injuries or things that are kind of bugging you. If you got tight hips or tight hamstrings or tight lower back or shoulders. We're going to dive into a couple different strategies. So self-myofascial release, that's kind of where that lacrosse ball is going to come in. We're going to have a movement for you to work on so you can start to, see how you can start to self-treat if some of these things if you start to notice that they're effective for you. We'll also be running into some static stretching, showing you guys, just some basic stretches that you guys can do out there on your own. If you have any questions, we'll have a lot more information coming down the pipeline. We do want to plan on doing 2 outdoor workouts, so we're working on places right now. We'll finalize them. We'll probably have 2 different locations that we'll have for you guys. One will be a track, one probably won't. For some of you that want to get out, we can still, practice social distancing for those of you that are okay with that environment. Like I said, we'll just still be doing the classes online too, so we can start to see you guys. More information will be coming out on the website and on our social media platforms. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up through our social media platforms, email, website, it all works. Thank you.